I'm starting out with my MAC 24-Hour Eye Base as always, and then I'm going to go into the Naked 3 palette, and I'm taking the color Strange, which is the light white color, and I'm using a MAC 227 brush to apply that under my brow as my highlight. And I like this, it's nice and matte. It has like a little bit of shine, but it's mostly matte. So then I'm going to take Limit with my favoriteest crease brush ever. You guys already know this is the crease brush from Beige Cosmetics, the softest ever. And I'm going to start laying down a really good base of this across my crease. I did layer this a bunch of times to get a nice color saturation with that color. And then I'm going to go in with the color Nume on a MAC 217 brush. And I'm going to apply that a little deeper in the crease to add some more depth. This 217 brush is a couple years old, and I feel like 217s get better as they get older because they lose hairs, they shed a little bit, so they get more and more precise. So I love having like some old ones and some new ones to have like smaller ones and bigger ones. So yeah, so I'm just applying that in the crease, like I said, inner to outer corner until it gets as deep as I want it to be. And then I'm going to take Frozen Violet Prolong Wear Paint Pot from MAC. This is a very pretty, like dusty, like mauve-y purple. It's not overly purple, which is nice because this look, I don't want it to be too like colorful purple. It's more like plummy and like a really easy, like everyday kind of purple. So I'm applying that on my eyelid with this brush from Crown Brushes. And then I'm going to take the color Smoky Mauve, which is an extra dimension eyeshadow from MAC. And I'm going to apply that with a 242. This is dry, not wet. These colors are just so crazy pigmented and shiny that it looks like almost like you're foiling it when you're not. It's amazing. So I'm applying that, and these do layer really nice. So I did one layer, and now I'm putting a second layer on, and it just keeps getting like more and more intense and metallic and gorgeous. So then I'm taking another in Extreme Dimension eyeshadow called Triple Impact. This came out with the Christmas collection last year. This one isn't permanent, but like if you did like Digit or any other kind of like light purple, that would do the same thing. So I'm just putting that in the inner corner of the eye to brighten it up a little bit so it's a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to take Palace Pedigreed, which is probably my favorite purple ever. This came out with a couple collections at this point. Pretty much is like if you mixed Sketch and Deep Damson together almost, maybe something just a little more purple, like maybe Sketch and Fig 1 from MAC, but basically grab any kind of like deep purple kind of color. And I'm using a MAC 221 brush to apply this in the crease of the eye and the outer corner. As you can see, for once I am not winging it out, which is super different for me. I'm keeping this more round so it's a little less intense, better for like daytime. So apply that in the crease. I go back with my 217 to blend that out with a little bit more of the Nume color as needed. And then I'm going to go into this deepest color from the Naked 3 palette. I think it's called Black Heart. I can't really see, the writing so small. And I'm just going to put that in the outer corner of the eye, basically just like applying it right there in the corner and ever so lightly blending it with the 221 brush. Don't go big with this blending process and try to like really buff it, because then you'll get too much darkness where you don't want it. Like I don't want this darkness to be blended out everywhere. I want to keep it right there. So I'm being very precise with my blending and just barely like dabbing the edges so that at least they're not really dark. So then I'm applying Palace Pedigreed on my lower lash line. Please note, I know that I'm getting this in my waterline. That's what I was trying to do. If your eyes are more sensitive, just go on with liner instead, but I did that to have some color on my lash waterline. And then I put a little bit of the darker purple color on the outer corner. And then I'm taking Smoky Mauve on the inner corner to kind of tie it all together to the upper lid area. I'm doing a wing liner today, and I'm using my Maybelline Blackest Black eyeliner. This is the best gel liner I've ever tried. I've tried several at this point, and this is definitely my favorite. Stays on the longest, is the darkest. It's absolutely amazing. So after that, and with the liner, I am kind of making it a little higher, like I'm angling it up a little higher as opposed to flat, because I want to keep with the roundness, and if I make it too straight out from my eye, it'll sort of make my eyes look too wingy, and I want them to still look kind of round. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. I'm then taking the Esqido Lashes in the style Miss Dolly. I just recently got these. I've never tried this style before, and they're so pretty. Just very kind of fluffy. And I'm putting on first some in Extra Dimension mascara from MAC, the Blackest Black color. Never put mascara on mink eyelashes. Just note that it's just like it'll keep them nicer longer. And then I'm using the Esqido lash glue to apply these. I really like this glue. What I really love about it, one, obviously my lashes don't fall off at the end of the day, which is nice. That's always a big thing when I'm testing out new glues, but also it dries really fast, which I love. I hate that I have to wait so long with some lash glues for it to get tacky. Like that one, you put it on maybe 10-15 seconds and you're good to go. So then for my face, I'm putting on my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, one of my favorite foundations ever. It's my absolute favorite drugstore foundation. It's amazing, stays on, looks beautiful. And then I'm putting on my Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer under my eye in the color Light with this brush from Sigma. The brush I used for my foundation was from Real Techniques. And so I'm just applying this under the eye, blending it out. My camera, like with this new background, I think it's so white in the background that the white balance kind of goes weird with my camera and makes me look really dark because I was not that dark in person, just so you know. To set my under eye concealer, I'm using Emphasize and Soft Focus powders from MAC, and I mix them together just so it's not too white because I was a little tan here. So if I use just Emphasize, it would be too white. So I mix them together. And I'm using a Sedona Lace brush from their one of the sets. It's got like 3 or 4 brushes in it. And then I'm using my Studio Careblend powder from MAC in the color Medium Dark. If you're wondering what is like the best powder for photography, this one is it. It looks absolutely beautiful, light coverage. It just looks really, really nice in photography under bright lights. No flashback, everything. It looks beautiful. So I really like this powder. I'm just kind of lightly setting my whole face with my 135 brush. And then I'm mixing together Shadester and another contour. I can't think of the name right now, so I'll write it down below. But they're 2 Pro contour colors. And I just mix them together and use that as my contour and put that in the cheekbone area and then also around the forehead like I always do. Nothing different than usual. I really love this brush for this. I think I've said this before. It's just like my favorite face powder brush for anything on the face pretty much. This is like the best brush ever. And it's only $35, I think. I don't know. It's a good deal. So then I'm taking Breath of Plum blush, which is matte, kind of pinky plum, neutral kind of blush, and applying that with this brush. This was one of the limited ones from the Oat Dogs collection that MAC recently came out with. And I'm just I can't talk. I'm just applying that lightly on my cheek. And then I am taking Champagne Pop, which is Jaclyn Hill's highlighter from Becca. I did recently just get this, and I didn't want to like it, not because of her, because I love her. It's because it's so expensive. I wanted to like try it and be like, oh my god, it's not worth it, so I could take it back. But then I tried it and it's like absolutely ridiculously amazing. So I'm like, damn, I have to keep it now. And it was like $40, but it's really good. And I'm applying that with the same brush pretty much everywhere. For the lip, I'm using Absolutely It Prolong Wear Lip Liner and lining and filling in the lip, and then applying Viva Glam 2 lipstick from MAC. This combo, it was okay. I was hoping it would like turn more mauve-y. If you use a little bit more of like a plummy neutral lip pencil, because this is pretty like a plummy neutral, but it's got just a little too much pink. If you use something like Plum lip liner from MAC or something just a little more mauve-y or grayish mixed with that lipstick, it would be like perfect for this eye look. I still like the way it turned out, but I think it would have been like even better if I used a liner like that. But I filled in the whole lip, covered the whole lip with the lipstick, and then kind of rubbed it in with my finger a little bit to blend it in. So that is the finished look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you next time. Bye.